Okay, this mineral is an extremely rare one, found in only a few places in the world.
Talking about yourself and the
Oh.
rock man is here.
Okay, I'm Dr. Dennis Coskren. I teach about rocks and minerals here at Montgomery College. And every once in a while I bring in things from my own collection. This is one of them, and this is an interesting one because this is actually discovered in Maryland. The name of it is Carrollite, and it's named for Carroll County. It's found in an obscure little mine near Westminster. The thing is, here in Maryland, the Carrollite is barely visible to the naked eye. I have a piece of it, and it's just a little tiny bit of silvery in a rock. This specimen is from Africa, and it's from Zambia, and this particular locality has the best in the world, those bright silvery crystals. It's a copper cobalt sulfide. It actually has exactly the same structure as a mineral that's very common called magnetite, except that instead of iron, it's got copper and cobalt in it, and instead of oxygen, it's got sulfur. So the chemistry is completely different, but the arrangement of the atoms is exactly the same, and so the crystal shape is exactly the same, because the crystal shape depends on the arrangement of the atoms. I've got another one here. This one I've brought in. It's a piece of Rose Quartz that gives it the pink color. But the quartz, of course, is the commonest mineral. If you see a piece of white on the ground, odds are, and you want to impress someone, you can tell them, oh, that's quartz. Odds are you're going to be right, because most of the stuff we find, if it's not quartz, it'll be feldspar, but quartz is the best bet. This particular one is fun because if you look up in the books, it generally says that quartz has no cleavage. It doesn't break along particular planes along flat surfaces. This piece has cleavages. And the real situation is that quartz does have a cleavage, except that it's generally so obscure that you can't see it. So it's not very useful to say it has a cleavage if generally it's not visible. This one, however, does show the cleavage, and so I'm bringing it in to show my class.
Wow.
And my last one here.
And the locality, sir, on that quartz thing?
It's because of an impurity in it.
Quartz, everywhere.
Quartz is, if it's pure, it's white or colorless.
Right.
But it turns out that very often quartz will have some impurities in it, and they give it the color. Amethyst, for example, is purple quartz. Citrine is yellow quartz. This is rose quartz. So it can have any color of the rainbow depending on what impurities are in it. If it's pure, though, it's colorless. Now, this one is a little different. This one, this mineral is always green because it's a copper mineral. It's from Chile, from one of the big copper mines in Chile, and it's a copper chloride hydroxide. In most parts of the world, this is extremely rare. It's called Atacamite from the Atacama Desert, and it is mined as a copper ore. I actually got this piece at a little Indian market in Ecuador, in Quito, Ecuador, and the woman who sold it to me was very happy that she sold it to someone who actually knew what it was and where it came from, who would appreciate it. So any copper mineral is almost always blue or green or somewhere in between. Almost always. There are some that are exceptions, but this follows the rule very nicely. Okay?
Good. And here's the wrap up. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Happy to do it.